USC traveled to Notre Dame, South Bend, to play Notre Dame Fighting Irish. They're 5-1 on the season, and they're a 7-point favorite in this game. They're also coming off a bye. You look at the interim coach at USC, Dante Williams, has done a decent job. They're 2-1, but is clearly recruiting for USC. A lot of players right now that are high school commits are starting to decommit because they don't know who the head coach is going to be. But they've got one terrific wide receiver in Drake London. He's fourth in the FBS with 832 yards receiving in the 7 games this season. But the major issue is their defense. The last 3 games are giving up an average of 34 points. That's not going to get it done against Notre Dame's offense. I don't care who the quarterback is for Notre Dame. They're playing better on the offensive line, which is impressive. Their defense is very physical, but Jack Cohn's having a decent season with 10 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. But I think the key is the tight end, Mike Mayer, terrific tight end, one of the best in the country. He's averaging 11.3, 3 touchdowns on a season, but he's got 32 receptions from the tight end position. I think Notre Dame wins this game, but it's going to be closer than most people think. Notre Dame wins this game 34-32.
I don't think it's going to be close, Mark. This is a big rivalry game. This goes back the best from the West Coast versus Notre Dame, but it means much more to Notre Dame, and obviously it does to Southern Cal. Southern Cal's a pretty talented football team, but without a head coach, his sisters once again looking for a job. They lost their last outing to Utah. They're not particularly well disciplined. They throw the ball far too much. They don't run the ball very well. Their defense is very, very suspect. On the other hand, Mayer, who's missed the last game or 2, will be coming back. They have to settle on a quarterback. They have played 3. Cohn will probably be the starter. But the one thing about Kelly's offense over the years, it is best when the quarterback can run the ball and Cohn cannot run the football. That's the only vulnerability I see that Notre Dame might have. They will be favored in every game they play. The rest of this year, they were favored in every game except Cincinnati. Midterms are over at Notre Dame. I know how distracting that is for the players because academics are for real at Notre Dame. Yeah, look at the stats. Notre Dame is very mediocre, except they know how to win. They win this game. I don't think it'll be close. I think Notre Dame will score 38. Southern Cal will score 17 if they're lucky.